Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. The Warriors stormed through round 2, going on a rampage, sweeping in 4 straight victories. With plenty of rest, and now looking for a conference title, they face a new adversary as they go up against the Timberwolves. The Western Conference Finals, right here, right now.
Some big-time heroics have gotten both teams to this point. The starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got De'Aaron Fox, Moses Moody out there, Nick Richards, and it's Smooth in at the shooting guard position. And for Minnesota, Walker out there with Anthony Edwards. Then there's Brandon Podziemski, and it's Christie in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Taking a look at Minnesota, and after sweeping their last series, they're riding a nice wave of momentum into the conference finals.
Yeah, they really are. Now, we'll see if that gap between series takes any of that momentum away. You like to get as much rest as possible in the postseason, but you also don't want to get rusty.
Here's Smooth. Oh, wow! And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Outside Edwards. Here's Podziemski. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Pass to Podziemski. And he banks in the layup. Podziemski's got 5.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Smart play by Fox. If you can't find penetration, take what you can get.
Now Edwards. Nice D from Moody.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Christie passes to Walker. Up top, Podziemski. Fires from deep. Warriors with the rebound. And what a run they've had in these playoffs. Only 3 losses getting to this point.
Well, we're deep into the playoffs. Only dropping 3 games is pretty incredible. They've played fantastic team basketball.
And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, guys, the agility, the hops, everything about Anthony Edwards, so good athletically.
Here's Smooth, defended by Podziemski, and stolen by Edwards. Pass to Walker. Here's the 3. Nails it from 3. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
The top scorers in the playoffs on our 2K leaderboard. 5th, Anthony Edwards.
Perfect time to take it to another level offensively. He's really carried them at that end.
Here's Peterson. Pass to Walker. Fires it. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Smooth, defended by Podziemski. Out to Fox, out to the right wing. Mason, no good. Minnesota leading by 8. Podziemski with it, now guarded by Moody. Pass to Edwards. Here's Peterson. Outside Podziemski, outside Edwards. 3-pointer. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Good work there as it goes. Smooth's got his second bucket on the night.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Count the basket.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Now here's Edwards. Moody defends. Here's Peterson. There's the block. And the Warriors pushing it up now.
Oh, and the dramatic slam. A mid-air hand switch at that.
That was big league right there. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. McDaniels is checked in for Walker. And Golden State also making a switch. Green is checked in. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Peterson. To the paint. Here's Edwards. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Smooth. Pass to Green. For 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
And the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Right side, Edwards. Oh, that one bounces around and comes back out.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
Here's Smooth. It's rebounded by Minnesota. To the inside. Ooh, it's stolen away. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Finished off the break.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Here's Peterson. Throws it up high. Loses his grip. Clanks the lob.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home. Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Outside McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Jacks up a 3. He's got it. 3 for 7 now.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Minnesota leading by 3. McDaniels with it. Richards picks him up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws tonight. Free throw good.
Substitution report.
So on the floor for Golden State, they've got Moody. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Mason in at the 4 slot. Here's Smooth. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Warriors trail by 11. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Smooth in their last game against the Trailblazers was a man on a mission. He had 36 points, and his aggressive approach got him to the line a number of times. He had his fingerprints on every part of the game. We'll see how he's able to impact things tonight, Brian.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Gafford the screen. 5 on the clock.
BA, forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. Outside Podziemski. Drops in the 3. Podziemski's got 10 points.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
McDaniels from long range. The Warriors pull it in. Gafford's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Mason. Oh, nice D from Walker.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Pajemski's shot is good.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
The shot's good. Smooth's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Outside Pajemski. Pass to Walker. Nembhard outside. Walker sets a screen. Now here's Nembhard. Defense is right there. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Here's Smooth. 19 points in the game. Down low. Here's Gafford. Gets a hand on it. Pass to Mason. Here's Smooth. McDaniels covering. Mason the pass to Moody. Takes the 3. Pajemski grabs the board. The Timberwolves lead by 9. McDaniels with it. Now guarded by Moody. Here's Walker. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Minnesota shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in. Jalen Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Warriors trail by 10. Here's Smooth. There's a screen. Drives to the hoop. Good. He's taken 13 shots. He's drained 10 of them. Fantastic production.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
It's Pajemski on the wing. The rebound by Mason. Mason's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Moody. Here's Smooth. McDaniels covering. Here's Mason. Green for 3. Offensive rebound. Gafford. Shot from the low post is good.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Edwards looking it over. Over Moody. Edwards, that's good. Edwards has got 9.
Well, if you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
Here's Smooth, defended by Pajemski. Here's the pick. Here's Smooth. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. And Minnesota with some changes. Christie comes in for McDaniels, and it's Peterson in for Nembhard. Richards is checked in for the Warriors. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Green. Here's Smooth. Goes back up. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
34 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Peterson. He's covered by Fox. Outside Pajemski. The 3. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Here's Smooth, defended by Podziemski. Richards with a screen. Smooth's shot is good. Smooth's got 13 points in this quarter.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. Back after this.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were, seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head.
And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. Here's Peterson. We've got Walker. He's out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Christie in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw good, Edwards.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
Here's Smooth, defended by Podziemski. There's the drive. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And he drops the first. It's both from the stripe.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
The putback controls the rebound and the putback. Podziemski's got 17 points.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip-in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Smooth pass to Fox. They set the pick. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Pass to Peterson. Here's Christie. Off target from 3-point range.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Smooth pass to Richards, and the shot goes down. He's got 5.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Outside Walker. Edwards with it. Fires for 3. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Outside Moody. Here's Smooth. He's got 25. Richards with a screen. Here's Smooth. Oh! And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Warriors trail by 6. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
Man, good whistle there.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. Minnesota leading by 4. It's Edwards on the wing. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. The Warriors have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Driving to the basket. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Anthony Edwards.
The officials were right on top of that one.
The first free throw is good. So hits one and misses one at the line.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Inside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on De'Aaron Fox. Minnesota shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the Warriors with possession here. It's a 5-point game. Launches a 3. Fox splashing it home from deep.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Edwards, a pass to Christie. Now Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Christie. Walker for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Richards has got 4 rebounds now. Richards with a screen. Here's Smooth. That one's good. This game is all even. Smooth's got 32 points.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
To the middle. Christie's shot is off.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Smooth. Pass to Moody. Here's Smooth. Guarded by Edwards. Inside. Pass to Smooth. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. McDaniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. The Warriors also with a sub. Green's checked in for Moody. No good on the second free throw.
You know, he couldn't make all of them, and they'll have to settle for just a 1-point lead.
Shot is good by Edwards.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Here's Fox. Christie with a rebound. Minnesota has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. McDaniels. The shot, no good. And the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Boy, that's all by design. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
To the left side wing. Here's Smooth, defended by Podziemski. Smooth, pass to Green. There's a screen. Box for 3. Christie with a rebound.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Here's Peterson. He's covered by Fox. Pass to Edwards. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Kamara, he's checked in for Minnesota. Nembhard comes in for Podziemski.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
Here's Smooth. Driving inside. Pass to Green. There's the three. Look at Green showing off his range.
Yeah, and Green has tons of confidence in his three-point shot, and it was on display right there as he knocked it down.
Outside Edwards. The three is up. Nembhard, good. Nembhard's got 10 points in the game.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Gillespie's check. So on the floor for Golden State, they've got Nick Richards. Green out there with Moses Moody. And it's Smooth in at the point. On the take. And he jams it home with authority.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. The shot by Nembhard, no good.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Smooth, pass to Green. Here's Smooth, defended by Podziemski. 6 to shoot. Here's Mason. Outside Moody, from outside the arc. Ooh, the smooth three from Moody.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Now here's Nembhard. He's closely guarded. Up top, Podziemski. Down low. Nembhard, right side. They get it back from deep. And he can't get that one.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Outside Edwards to the paint. Here's Christie. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
Fox outside. Another shot. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards has got 4 rebounds in the game.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Yeah, just doing his part. Staying active and converting at a high rate.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
Here's Smooth, defended by Podziemski. Here's Smooth. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Edwards with some muscle.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Here's Smooth. No good. Had a chance to win the run there. Picked it. Banked it in off the glass. Smooth's got 38 points.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Pass to Podziemski. Here's Peterson. Lets it go from the wing. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Peterson's got 9 points here in the second half.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Clock at 6. off target.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Edwards. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Hard work pays off right there. Anthony Edwards finds himself in the paint.
And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge. Make them take another look at the call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls,
The previous play is under review.
challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call...
The ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
First free throw is good. And that narrows the lead down to just 3. And both free throws good for Edwards.
When it's this close, he's exactly who they want at the stripe.
Golden State has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the 4th. Here's Smooth, defended by Podziemski. It's good. Smooth's got 40 points.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
And for Minnesota, they're shooting only 29% since the 4th quarter began. Takes a step back. Left side, Edwards. Pass to Peterson. Beyond the arc. Money. And that one brings them within 1.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And there's the lob. It falls.
Great to see players still working the in-between areas. There wasn't much resistance defensively.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. 43 seconds left to play in the 4th. Edwards, the pass to Christie. Can't connect from short range. What a huge trip here.
Absolutely. You can feel the energy in this arena.
Here's Smooth. The drive. Yes!
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. Coach delivering an inspiring message to his team saying, quote, "Hey, we can win this game. Believe in yourselves. Battle to the end." Honestly, guys, even I was a bit pumped up after hearing this one.
And Allie, thank you for that.
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And they foul intentionally. Now, they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the top.
And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Walker for 3. Richards pulls it in. And now they foul and stop the clock. Good on the first. And that puts them up 5. And so both free throws good. And it's a 6-point ball game. And Minnesota with possession here. Here's Podziemski. Great look, but off the mark. And so it's Golden State winning this one. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get...
Hey, yo, bad play.
if they keep trying to blitz you, this is what's going to happen.